Hey guys, just a quick update with what's been going on the last couple weeks, hobby-wise for me, and hopefully we'll make this short. The first video was too dark. Second video, I had a battery issue, so this is go number three. And I don't have a flip on display on my camera, so you might hear some moving around when I show you some minis. That's just me trying to make sure that everything's in focus or as best as possible anyway. So what I have on the agenda for today for you guys, I have a few minis that I painted up, bold action. I just finished basing them yesterday. I didn't put any clump foliage or tufts on there. I'm just going to leave them as they are. I kind of randomly do that with my figures. Some have tufts, some have clump foliage and tufts, some just have clump foliage, some don't have anything, so it's just kind of a random deal. Then I also have a 20 millimeter Cobra AH1G, AH1G for Vietnam. It's 20 millimeter, it's 1/72nd scale, but it's for my 20 millimeter collection for Vietnam. It's kind of a work in progress right now, so I'll show you that, where that's at. And then I'm experimenting with scratch building some plank board fencing, so I'll show you what that looks like so far. And then I also have kind of a mini review of a aircraft that I bought for to use for bold action. So it's not going to be a positive review. We'll just say that as a disclaimer. So first off, we'll just show you the bold action minis, the goodies, and I hope you guys can see this all right, and then it's not out of focus. And actually what I'll do is I'll use my little deal here that I hold on to for painting. It's just a plastic paint tub. I took a magnet. Since I use washers, it just sticks right on there. It's easier for painting. So here's my flamethrower. I'm really happy with how he turned out. This is the first time that I've done a flame effect. It kind of sounds silly saying that, I guess, but I used the airbrush and then I dry brushed some black on it. I really like the effect and how it turned out. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. This was a really cool mini. I really like this guy. Pretty cool looking. I can't wait to put him on the table and scare some opponents with it. And then this is the assistant that comes in the kit. He looks just like a regular German soldier, just kneeling down, waiting to do his thing. We got the Panzerschreck. This was a cool model. I like. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the dynamic pose. The Panzerschreck is just a cool looking weapon, I think, in my opinion. But he was fun to paint. I don't know if you can really see it. He does have a camo cover on his hat, or on his helmet, excuse me. This is the assistant. Another dynamic pose. Really like how they turned out. I'm really happy. I'm not a top-notch painter by any means. I just like to paint my stuff to get it on the table. I struggle enough as doing that and getting things done. So this is that's actually a good little package that you can get from Warlord, the flamethrower Panzerschreck team. They're metal minis. I would recommend it if you have a German army. You got to have a flamethrower and a Panzerschreck. Actually, it's a pretty good weapon to have. This was an exclusive mini I got from Warlord with one of the orders I placed. I've had it for a while and just haven't done anything with it. I figured since I was painting up some Germans, I would break it out and paint it. I'm going to use it as an objective marker or just to symbolize a taken out vehicle, tank. So it's a tank crew. This is supposed to be more aimed towards the Eastern Front. But I'll use it for my Normandy and Western Front. The camo pants, I actually got that scheme or tried to simulate it out of an Osprey book. that had some tank crewmen that had those on. Otherwise, your tank crewmen, from what I know anyway, would have all black uniforms, which I thought was pretty dull. So I wanted to give it a little bit of color anyway. And then also the camo, and he's got a tear in his pants. I don't know if you can really see that well. So I had some blood, added some blood effect. If it was black, that wouldn't show up very well. There's actually some blood on his boot, and then some blood dripping from where they were walking. But this is I really like this figure. I'm typically not really a fan of wounded or dead casualty markers, but I like this. It's actually pretty cool. So good job, Warlord. That being said, that's it for my bold action Germans anyway. The next thing I have is the Cobra. Got some work yet to do on it. When I was trying to find, I've had this kit for a long time, and I actually have another one that I need to do. I had a hard time finding the AH-1G, which is the model that was used or introduced by the United States in the Vietnam conflict to replace the armored or weaponized Hueys. The Huey was slower, wasn't as agile, and was a bigger target for the NVA and the VC. So they the Army wanted to come up with something, the U.S. wanted to come up with something, a gunship platform that was a lot sleeker, which that obviously is. It's probably the third of the width of a Huey, and just perform better. They're just cool looking aircraft. The U.S. military still uses them today. I believe the Marines still use them. They're obviously changed a lot since then, but it's definitely lasted test of time anyway. So this kit is actually out of Poland, I believe, or in that general region of the world, and mixed feelings about it. I don't remember what I paid for it. Like I said, I think I've said I've had it for several years. It's been sitting in the box. I haven't done much with it. And this chin turret would actually turn, but I was afraid it would be way too fragile for gameplay. So it's pretty much stuck. The gun does elevate and depress. Some things I don't like about it. Some of the pieces didn't line up right, and I'm not a modeler by any means. But a modeler could probably fix that. I'm not going to. It's a gaming piece. I'm not going to worry about it. But I get things not lining up, but it wasn't even close. The crew compartment, putting it together was a really pain. There's a gap there, a gap here, and then underneath. I won't turn it upside down because I haven't glued the pilots in yet. So, you get that with helicopter kits where they just don't fit together right. But this one was more of a pain than I've had with any other kits from other companies. The turbine area, poor. That's all I'll say about it. But anyway, the crewmen are from SHQ. They make a wonderful range of 20 millimeter Vietnam figures. They also do World War II and some other things too. Moderns, I think, even. But the size of these, they're tiny compared to 20 mil. Like here's that's a quality cast, 20 mil, and then this is SHQ. So there is a big difference, and there's actually a big difference between that. I believe this is an SHQ Mini here. It's a LRP WERP recon guy. I think this is a SHQ, But so you can see that, you know, they're pretty, these guys are still tiny, which is a good thing because 1/72nd scale, your 20 mil figures are usually typically bigger, so they don't fit in there right. You have to do some modifications to the figure to get them fit. So, but big thanks to a good guy, Tom, aka Gary Owen from Fields of Fire forum. If you guys aren't familiar what Fields of Fire is, it's a forum, bunch of great guys. We have some fun on that forum. It's aimed at and actually primarily for Vietnam conflict. A lot of U.S. Conflict, but there's also French, some good French stuff on there. There's some guys that do Aussies and some really talented guys, very helpful, very awesome community. Been a member of that community for a very long time. You know, I consider some of those guys almost like the brothers that I don't, you know, never had, excuse me. And actually, I do consider them my brothers. They're a great bunch of guys. So, but anyway, that's the, you know, if you're interested, kind of skipping around here, I lost my train of thought for a second. If you're interested in the Vietnam conflict and wargaming it, I definitely recommend checking out Fields of Fire. I'm on there. My username is Smitty14. So it's just like my YouTube channel, minus the M. And, you know, we all help you out. We do, you know, there's guys that do 15 mil, 20 mil, 28 mil, you know, micro stuff, just about anything. So check it out. There's the rotor for the helicopter. No big shocker. You know, it's a rotor. It'll be black. It'll have some yellow at the end. And then this will be metal. Metalized. Painted. Anyway, so I'm rambling and I need to hurry. Otherwise, this is going to be forever. This is the next project that I was kind of experimenting with. Now that I hold it up in the light, I see that I glued the wrong side. Because you can see where I had white glue. I started with white glue for all of this, and I found it wasn't a strong enough bond, and I was kind of afraid of that, but I wanted to give it a shot and see what would happen, because white glue is cheaper than super glue. Sometimes it's easier to work with. So that didn't work, so now I went with super glue, and this thing's fairly strong. I'm not going to flex it too much because I'm afraid I'll break it, and then I don't want to have you guys see me cry on hear me cry anyway. I guess you're not going to see me, but so that's that. So we got not coffee stirrers, craft sticks. They're pretty thick coffee stirrers if you can find some. I cannot find any of them in my area. They're probably a little bit thinner. They would work okay and probably better. And then these are just long matchsticks. So it'll take a while to put some of these together. But plan on putting sections together. I'll have some sections where the boards are missing or broken, you know, or damaged. So that way you can get the effect of just randomness, I guess. So that's how the minis will look behind it. You know, it's about the right height. They're kind of tall, but it'll work okay. So we'll see how that goes. I've already glued my fingers together about 3 or 4 times. I love super glue. So this is the mini review. I'm not going to give it a lot of time because it doesn't deserve a lot of time in my opinion. This is a Testors F4U Corsair. It's supposed to be an introductory kit, or what I call introductory kit, for modelers. It's basically you just screw the thing together, and I actually found this on Amazon, and I bought this in a hobby store in Omaha, which is about an hour away from me. I should have known what I was getting into when I saw the cost point, but I have bought a Testors kit with the same principle, which is it was a UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter for my moderns. and that thing went together really well. So I wanted to give them a shot, and we've got this issue, and even if I put it in there and spin it, it wobbles. I don't know how to fix it. There's a part in there that's just funky, and I've tried it a couple different ways. This part doesn't line up right, doesn't close. Same with back here. The wheels are just junk. You know, with some glue and stuff, I can probably fix it, but it's not the whole purpose. And the main selling point is you don't have to use glue with it. But so what I think I'm gonna do is, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a 1/48 scale kit. That's not too complicated, and then put that together. And what I'll do with this is make it as a rect objective, because I could probably salvage it, but to be honest with you, it's pissed me off enough that I'll get satisfaction out of it being a wreck more than anything. Anyways, I love this aircraft, not the model, but the actual aircraft, the F4 Corsair, or F4U Corsair. If you're not careful how you say that, it sounds like you say FU. The wing slope, I've always loved this, even as a kid. Just the look of that, it's a badass looking plane. It served in the Pacific Theater with the U.S. Navy and U.S. Marines. I believe both had it. For you guys that have watched past videos, you know that I have some Marines and Japanese in my work queue. So this was to go with it, or yeah, it was to go with it, and I will have one to go with it. So, and this will be crashed in some jungle somewhere to put on the table. So enough of that. Look at, I mean, junk. Enough said. To wrap this up really quick before my battery dies and before I bore you all to death, you will probably see, or you're going to see, some liked videos of some video gameplay on my channel. I'm not a video game player anymore. I have a hard enough time finding time to do hobby, or setting time aside to do the hobby, miniature hobby, where video gaming would hurt that even more, and especially with games like Star Wars Battlefront that I want to play so bad. But anyway, the reason that you're going to see some on there is my youngest nephew has started a YouTube channel. I think it's Noob Channel, Noob, and it's either channel or creation or something like that. I'll put his actual YouTube channel name down below. So hopefully it's showing up now if I do it right. And so he's started a YouTube channel where he videotapes himself playing video games. He's got 2 videos up right now, and the one I watched today was him playing Minecraft, and it's funny. I mean, he's got commentary on there. He's just a funny kid, and has a pretty good personality. So if you guys like watching people play video games, or if you just want to hear him and how he reacts to different things and the stuff that comes out of his mouth, you know, check it out, and you know, be supportive of him. You know, and Tyson, I hope you enjoy making videos. If you watch this video, I hope you enjoy it and get pleasure out of doing that, and meet some good folks doing that. So anyway, if you like what he does, subscribe. Don't feel any pressure to do it, and you know, help him out if you feel so inclined. So anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I'm gonna upload this video and maybe get back to working on some more minis. And just want to say really quick that there's been a few videos of people that I'm subscribed to. You know, I had a video a while ago, not that long ago, saying how bad, 2015 was, and that 2016 I hope is a lot better. Um, there's been some videos out that folks are having that had a really shitty 2015. Um, so to those guys, I'm not going to name names, but I hope that 2016 is a hell of a lot better for you. And thinking about you guys, and you know, take care of yourselves. And just as a general, as I always say, take care of each other in this community. Be supportive and enjoy the hobby. That's what it's here for. And you know, be looking out for you guys that are having hard times right now or have. So take care and happy wargaming.